If you want to capture this new generation, make a He-Man video game. Then maybe you have a chance. Make a Minecraft version of He-Man. Maybe they'll like it. Oh my God, Aubrey! Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to Genealogy. Hello there, my YouTube initiative. Your unfriendly neighbor Skeletor. And today, I Skeletor am once again going to discuss this latest upcoming Masters of the Universe live-action film. Now, I know what you're all thinking out there, but Skeletor, I thought you didn't care about this next live-action film. Well, technically, what I said is I could care less. Which the grammar police out there, of course, had to hold me accountable for. You're worse than He-Man, calling me out on this in the comments. Skeletor, it's I couldn't care less, not I could care less. That implies that you care. Thank you for correcting me there, He-Man. The world is safe from bad grammar once again.
I'm not stupid.
Anyway, nevertheless, no, what I meant by that was I really could care whether they made the film or not. And frankly, I would rather they not make the film at all, rather than making the film poor. And which is why I really couldn't care less, because I don't believe that Hollywood is even capable of making a good film. Which brings me to why I decided to make this video here. Now, somebody out there in the comments left me a message saying, Skeletor, I have absolutely no interest in this film, as it was revealed that they are once again going to take He-Man back to Earth.
No, you can't.
And I was like, oh, come on. No way in hell. Listen. I think Hollywood is horrible, ridiculous, and I pretty much believe that they're capable of almost anything. But to suggest that they would once again make the same mistake by making He-Man travel back to Earth, I do believe that there are a bunch of fools in Hollywood, but even they must have their limits.
I don't think so.
I still can't believe that anyone with half a brain would think that stranding He-Man once again on Earth is a good idea. No way in hell.
I dare anything.
Well, my friends, hold on to your hats. This guy was not tucking out his rear end. I did some digging, and guess what I found?
Oh.
So, I found a synopsis. Now, I don't know much about this. It's called Variety.com. I don't know if they're good or not. I don't know if this is a reputable page, if this is just some BS. But, nevertheless, I will read you this. Now, when I say hold on to your hats, hold on to your hats like this, as you're probably going to want to use it as a barf bag.
If you're gonna spew into this.
Because this is really going to disappoint a lot of you. Alright, now this was published May 1st, 2024, so it wasn't that long ago, by Angelique Jackson. I don't know who she is, don't care. But let's read this. Mattel's Masters of the Universe moves from Netflix to Amazon for summer 2026 release. Travis Knight to direct. Alright, so far, so good. We already knew that part. The long-awaited live-action Masters of the Universe movie is one step closer to becoming a reality, with Amazon MGM Studios and Mattel Films dating the project for worldwide theatrical release on June 5th of 2026.
Ooh, he card reads good.
So it's a theatrical release, which is something I still wasn't sure of. I knew Amazon was part of it, but I wasn't sure if they were going to put it on their platform or if this was going to go to theaters. But now I know it's going to theaters. How long it stays? Travis Knight of Kubo and the Two Strings and Bumblebee is on board to direct the film adaptation of the popular franchise, which we also discussed last time, with Chris Butler writing the screenplay, who also wrote Kubo and the Two Strings, Paranorman, and, yada yada yada.
But you yada yada over the best part.
So they worked together before. And he's not a horrible writer, right? I really like Paranorman and Coraline as well, so, he seems like a capable writer, following initial drafts written by David Callahan and Aaron and Adam Nee, blah, 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 who cares? Anyway, the rest of this is just gobbledygook there. Now, this is where the juicy part comes. According to its official synopsis. All right, this is where you should start holding on to your hats. According to its official synopsis, Masters of the Universe introduces a 10-year-old Prince Adam.
Oh, this is terrible.
10 years old. You know how old a 10-year-old is? 10. Yeah.
Quiet, you drunk.
A young Prince Adam, who finds his way to Puff Daddy's... No, I'm just joking. No, that was a poor taste. Yes, I know, Cortex. I'm just kidding. That doesn't actually say that.
That's lying.
But it might as well.
What?
10-year-old Prince Adam, who crashed to Earth in a spaceship and separated from his magical sword, the only link to his home, Eternia.
How original!
After tracking it down almost 2 decades later, so he spent 2 decades on Earth.
I just wish I had a chance to say goodbye.
2 decades He-Man spends on Earth!
Look, we must get back to Eternia.
Are you kidding me now? The synopsis explains Prince Adam is whisked back across space to defend his home planet against the evil forces of Skeletor. But to defeat such a powerful villain, aka me, Prince Adam will first need to uncover the mysteries of his past and become He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe.
This is ridiculous.
Well, my friends, how horrible does that sound to you? It starts with a 10-year-old He-Man crash landing on Earth. Not to mention, he also spends 2 decades, so he's 30 by the time he gets back to Eternia, right?
What a mess.
What's the point in going back to Eternia? That's your home now. So now He-Man has 2 homes. He's got Earth, all the friends and people he met there, and then, his home in Eternia.
Well, thanks.
This sounds absolutely horrible. In fact, this sounds worse than the 1987 film.
What?
Lot worse. It's like they said, what was Bumblebee about again? Oh, I know. Bumblebee crash lands on Earth, and he makes friends with a girl, and they get together, and what a good old time they have. It's like they just said, hey, let's just do that with He-Man. Wow. I mean, I thought this was going to be bad. But even as bad as I thought this was going to be, even my brain could not conceive of just how bad Hollywood and these writers are.
Just never learn, do they?
No, I mean, I'm not sure if this was the writer of Kubo writing this. I don't know. Or if this was Mattel's genius idea. It's, hey, it worked for Transformers. Yeah, you know why it worked for Transformers? Because that's essentially the storyline of Transformers. They do crash land on Earth. That's the official storyline of G1.
We are on a planet far from Cybertron.
But it's not the official story of He-Man. Under any circumstances, nor do we want it to. He-Man is a fantasy. It's sword and sorcery, to be exact. But it's meant to be that. This is just the Smurfs go to Manhattan all over again.
I guess you could say the Smurfs took a bite out of the Big Apple.
I'm sorry, y'all, but this is horrible. I'm going to make a prediction right now. Mattel, MGM, whoever the hell is making this, listen to me, Skeletor. You put this trailer out in 2026, it'll be one of the most downvoted trailers you'll ever see. He-Man on Earth is ridiculous. It failed in 87. Why do you think it would succeed today? Well, because what? People like Sonic the Hedgehog?
They'll like me for who I am.
He-Man is not Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, is that so difficult to believe?
People have been waiting for a proper film.
And I have waited so very long.
Not this crap that you're about to shovel upon He-Man films. You might as well not do it at all.
You guys are going to have to do better than that.
No, but Skeletor, we need to grab some of these new kids, and they won't be able to understand the world unless we relate it to them. He-Man has to walk around with a cell phone, texting and tweeting out to people.
Just what everybody needs.
And he's got to talk about pop culture and politics of the modern age.
You don't know what you're doing.
I have no word. I really don't. I thought Hollywood might have learned their lesson.
I haven't learned a thing.
And said, you know what? The only people to purchase or go to films or spend money are Gen Xers. The ones that actually, spend money, have money to spend. These kids you guys keep trying to capture, they don't buy toys anymore. If you want to capture this new generation, make a He-Man video game. Then maybe you have a chance. Make some kind of horrible, cell phone game. Maybe they'll go for it. Make a Minecraft version of He-Man. Maybe they'll like it. Oh my God, This is going to fail. It's going to fail with the children. It's going to fail with all the demographics you're trying to fish for. And then, when it does, don't come crying to me, Skeletor, and say, now you guys are racist and bigoted and whatever false narrative you want to create to save your jobs.
They took our jobs!
It's all on you. You might as well pull the plug right now. Don't waste any money on this. You're going to fail. You're going to produce toys, it's not going to sell. And that's without any wokeness, because we don't know if it's going to go that way or not. I mean, are we going to spend the 20 years with He-Man on Earth and then watch Teela grow up in Eternia and it'll be the Teela film?
Oh, no!
I mean, I don't know. There's no suggestion necessarily of that. But, you know, it's possible.
That's right, boys.
I'm sorry. I know a lot of you are like, but Skeletor, you didn't get to talk about Jared Leto perhaps being Skeletor. I could care less about anyone being anyone at this point. What I just read today, if I couldn't care less before, I am actively wanting the plug pulled today.
There's only one way to stop it.
Don't care. We'll never care. Hollywood is absolutely devoid of any creativity. They're out to profit, but yet have no idea on how to profit.
Phase 1, collect underpants. Phase 2, Phase 3, profit. Oh, I get it. No, you don't.
That's the problem. Your greed to get every single demographic is always what leads to your downfall. And trust me, I'm an evil villain. So if I'm calling you all greedy, well, you know, that's saying something.
This is becoming a wonderful day for evil.
Stick to the demographic that's made for this, you'll be fine. You'll make more than your share of money. And guess what? Maybe, just maybe, if this was successful, Gen Xers went to go watch it in droves, then maybe the publicity for that, the good word of mouth, the good press might get little kids into it. But this negative press this is going to get, it's going to crash and burn instantly.
It's over. Yes.
Sorry, 10 years on Earth, you lost me, you lost every Motu fan out there, I'm pretty sure. You might get a couple of you that are like, yeah, we'll see what it's about. Trust me, you're going to get Shazam 2.0 on Earth.
That's crazy, right?
What are your superpowers?
Superpowers, dude? I don't even know how to pee in this thing.
You can already tell they're not taking the lore seriously. They're not taking the characters seriously. And this could very well be a bait and switch. I mean, I'm not saying it will for sure. You know, it's set up for that. He-Man disappears, goes to Earth for 20 years, and yet you're still going to have to build up Skeletor on Eternia, so you're probably bouncing back and forth from events on Eternia and events on Earth. Well, who's going to take the mantle in Eternia, I wonder? Teela? Perhaps?
I never would have guessed.
Just saying, maybe even the Sorceress? Who knows?
Not now or ever.
This is just absolutely horrible. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news for you all. You know, and there was a moment there where I was like, Travis Knight, could this possibly be a live-action stop-motion film of Masters of the Universe?
No.
But alas, no, it was not. I will tell you this much, again, Hollywood, you want to make this successful, you've got the director, you got the writer for it, just make a simple Masters of the Universe story in stop motion with some good kick-ass action. Stay true to the lore, and you'll have a success on your hands, and you will sell toys. But unfortunately, you all have what Bill Cosby used to call the brain damage.
If you know you're not supposed to do something, and you do it, and then people say, why did you do it? You say, I don't know. Well, that's brain damage.
And you can't help yourselves. Honestly, Hollywood, as the immortal Jerry Maguire said, help me, Hollywood, help you. Help you, help you! Stop running off a cliff! What is wrong with you all? You know, if you ask me, Skeletor, what I would do, how I would make this film, I would have probably started off as a trilogy. You know, maybe you could start off as Adam being a young Adam. First film, earns the sword of power, but have the story of how he gets the sword. You know, an introduction to the characters. Skeletor's build-up, how Keldor became Skeletor. You know, those two simultaneous stories. You know, then you could have the second film of the trilogy being, now He-Man has the sword and he's He-Man, but still cannot defeat Skeletor alone. So he goes and he tries to recruit the Masters of the Universe, and the whole second film could be the assembling of the Masters of the Universe. Then the third film, the final battle, right? The final epic battle between the forces of good and the forces of me, Skeletor, and evil.
Pretty good, huh?
That's how I would have envisioned the film, you know? You've got your nice, clean trilogy here. None of this horrible, well, let's go back to Earth and meet Sonic the Hedgehog and the Smurfs.
Did it work?
And I know that sounds hypocritical because I, Skeletor, have also come to Earth, but I came to Earth for, you know, a whole bunch of different reasons. I'm here to hide. You know, I didn't get lost here. I can leave whenever I want.
Sometimes my power even amazes me.
But anyway, let me all know what you think in the comments. Does this surprise any of you? I mean, like I said, it doesn't surprise me that Hollywood is making a bad film. That I pretty much guaranteed was going to happen. But I did not think at all that it was going to get this bad.
Oh, this is terrible.
Terrible? I thought you'd be happy to hear this.
That's all I have to say. Again, I could care less about Jared Leto at this point playing Skeletor, as I want the whole thing banished from existence at this point. Anyway, if you like this content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to Genealogy. Until next time.